Because I can do. Well, I'm just curious. Oh, there's a little switch that tells when it's plugged in. And different outputs are shaped differently and won't depress that switch. But I can just do that and that. Check your volume.
Look at this thing.
Will you just buy our big collie?
One thing about this, you know, is feedback. Probably get all the way to red.
Yeah, even the dirty stuff smells good.
If you want that up top.
The trash smells good, Rob.
Oh, that's
Kind of
good.
a good, kind of a good height.
Yeah, that works.
Want up a little more?
Let's see. Right there. No, that's good. That's good right there. Yeah, that's good.
I try and do this. You do a couple of things in there.
Something behind him.
You don't have time?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
I should be okay. I found 10 more dollars. I think I
All right. How we doing, Bemos?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm Eric Wilinski, part-time comedian, even part-time musician. I got inspired a couple years ago. I was like listening to Jimmy Buffett, and he's singing a bunch of songs about Florida and the Keys and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, how come Michigan, you know, very fine peninsula up here, doesn't have somebody singing songs about Michigan? So if, you know, Florida gets Jimmy Buffett, then you guys get me. So, lucky you, I guess, huh? Yeah, now you remember, right? Yeah, now it's coming back. Yeah. I know some of you have heard these jokes, but these are just for my buddy there.
Hey, don't diss on Michigan, we're good.
Yeah, I know.
Don't talk about crack.
Yeah, well, you know, Jeff, you know, most, you know, guitar players refer to their instrument as an axe. I decided I went out, I got a hatchet.
All right.
Yeah. Remember though, it's not the size of the instrument, it's how you use it. So, this first little ditty here, it's cold up here in Michigan, you know? But that doesn't mean we don't deserve a nice little romantic love song. So I wrote this one up here. It's about being cold in Michigan. It's called Let's Rub Noses. Michigan winter, you pay the price, like an Eskimo trapped in ice. If you need some warmth, you're feeling confined, get in your igloo and keep this in mind. We can rub noses, and we can bump uglies, and get to the kissies, and the huggies. What's under that coat? All poofy and puffy. We can rub noses, and we can bump uglies. Michigan winter is so cold. If you're selling warmth, consider me sold. Use this chilly occasion in practice practice co-ed hibernation with these negative temps. We're sure to freeze. Let's cuddle up and create positive degrees. And we can rub noses, and we can bump uglies, get to the kisses and the huggies. What's under that coat? All poofy and puffy. We can rub noses, and we can bump uglies. Long days when the wind does blow, can't get affection from lake effects, no. Don't get fussy and start a fight unless that friction keeps us warm tonight. Sorry, this guy's slipping on me. There we go. Long dark nights when winter won't stop, my interest rises as the mercury drops. And we can rub noses, and we can bump uglies, and get to the kissies and the huggies. What's under that coat? All poofy and puffy. We can rub noses, and we can bump uglies. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. This next little song is another love song. This is a new one I just wrote, kind of comparing love and cards together. It's called Euchred in Love.
Love it.
I think how it even starts now. I just literally wrote this one, and let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Romance is a difficult game. Hearts get trumped all the time. Everyone is playing to win when a diamond's on the line. I had someone I count on for one, a queen sent from above. But then I decided to go alone. I got euchred in love. From the time I picked her up, she gave me love in spades. I put her down for another trick and saw my hand was overplayed. She came at me with hell's fury. I'm glad she didn't have a club. Can't believe I was so foolish, and I got euchred in love. Life is aces when you have someone to hold tight. We're all left bowers looking for someone who's right. Now I have a farmer's hand. Luckily she let me renege. Forgiveness is her strongest suit, and I'm just glad she did. And now I can't remember the second verse and how this song ends, and that's it. That's the new song. All right. Euchred in Love. There we go. 3/4 of the way through. I think that was pretty decent for just throwing this together tonight. Man, what is the deal here? Stan keeps falling asleep on me here. I think it's that one. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Right there. Yep. There we're good. Thanks. All right. This next song, it's kind of inspired by the Tall Tales, like Paul Bunyan the big old lumberjack. Invented by other lumberjacks who had nothing to do. They had no radio, they had no television, they had no internet. All they could do was just sit around and tell stories. Of course, they're not very creative. The best they could do is come up with a story about a big guy who did their job better. Anyway, I was up at the Mackinac Bridge and I saw a poster of this captain. I don't know if he's real or not, but the name was Captain Mackinac, and I thought, wow, now that's a tall tale right there waiting to happen. So I threw this song together. It's called Captain Mackinac. Not quite a crook, not quite a pirate, always carried a pistol, but he never did fire it. Sailed the Great Lakes, fussing and fighting, became such a legend, got a crew in an island, raised such hell, Canada won't let him back in. Captain Mackinac. Started a sailor, said the hell with that, and he got him a crew and a ship and a hat. The lakes were okay till he made them great, and the water was crooked till he made it straight. Something about rum. Captain Mackinac. That was just a throwaway line anyway. Holds a record racing here on to Michigan. Set Erie on fire, causing such friction. He pictured the rocks where Munising sits, always paid his respects to old Eddie Fitz. When it came to honor, he was never found slacking. Captain Mackinac. Island hopping on a Shepherd's ferry, overloaded with tourists, too many to carry. Ship ran aground, just wouldn't budge, so he and his crew got jobs on fudge. From here on out, it's chocolate he's packing. Captain Mackinac. If you see him out sailing, don't call the law. Captain Mackinac. If he sees you smoking, he'll tell your pa. Captain Mackinac. He bare-knuckled a grizzly and fought to a draw. Captain Mackinac. He's the Great Lakes legend who's done it all. Captain Mackinac. Cap Mackinac. All right. I lived in Florida for a little bit, and I'm from Michigan originally, and I moved down to Florida. Tried to get some friends and family to move down to Florida. They wouldn't do it. They all said the same thing. I couldn't live in Florida because of the humidity. Folks, I lived in Florida for 15 years. I never shoveled humidity once. Not one time did I ever do that. But Michigan, they're proud of themselves up here. Very proud state. They've kind of taken exception to Florida. It's got the salt life down there. So Michigan kind of fought back with salt-free, shark-free. Just wondering who they're trying to one-up with that. The ocean? I think Florida needs a shirt that says, chuck full of sharks, chuck full of salt, and every once in a while a bag of cocaine washes up on the shore. Take that, Lake Huron. Anyway, I threw this song together. It's called Salt-Free, Shark-Free. Don't like the way it dries on my skin every time I go for a swim. I only like it on a margarita rim. I don't need no salt. Don't want to see you when I go for a dive. Wonder if I'll come back alive. Better places to swim, I'll give you 5. I don't need no sharks. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Never been a fan of the ocean, and that ain't anybody's fault. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Forget the 7 seas, it's the 5 lakes for me. Salt free and shark free. Salt free and shark free. Please excuse the fuss I make, because the stuff ain't in our lake, just in the winter on the interstate. I don't need no salt. I approach the subject with some snark, because their bite is worse than their bark. The only nibble I want is in bed after dark. I don't need no sharks. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Never been a fan of the ocean. That ain't anybody's fault. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Forget the 7 seas, it's the 5 lakes for me. Salt free and shark free. Salt free and shark free. You lie at the beach and it dries out your lips, and it stings when your skin rips. But if you're shooting tequila, it goes great on your wrist. I don't need no salt. Statistically, I don't have a cause. A dip in the ocean should give me pause. Don't want to come face to face with Jaws. I don't need no sharks. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Never been a fan of the ocean. That ain't anybody's fault. Don't want no sharks. Don't want no salt. Forget the 7 seas, it's the 5 lakes for me. Salt free and shark free. Salt free and shark free. Salt free, shark free.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a minute. Where's mine? You're right.
You know, the differences between Florida and Michigan, you know, obviously it's hot and cold, and when you get up in the Upper Peninsula, it gets pretty cold, and if you don't have anything to drink, there's not a whole heck of a lot to do. So this song's called Nothing Going On. The tip of Florida, down in the Keys, sipping on island drinks in an island breeze. There's another peninsula 1,000 miles up, where the beer's always cold when you fill your cup. Some say the southern life is the one to choose, but the Upper Peninsula's just as good as long as there's booze. 'Cause Florida ain't got nothing on the Upper Peninsula, but there ain't nothing going on in the Key when the keg is frozen shut. Sip on a Mai Tai, make castles of sand, or you can roll some snow with a two-hearted in hand. Swim with the dolphins? What you talking about? Do a polar bear dip, and you can swim with the trout. Deep sea fish for marlin for a hefty fee, or you can just drill a hole in the ice and you can fish for free. 'Cause Florida ain't got nothing on the Upper Peninsula, but there ain't nothing going on in the Key when the keg is frozen shut. I can just be a snowbird and enjoy them both. If the keg freezes up, we'll still have fun. It can still be nice. We'll make margaritas. There's plenty of ice. 'Cause Florida ain't got nothing on the Upper Peninsula, but ain't nothing going on in the Key when the keg is frozen shut. 'Cause Florida ain't got nothing on the Upper Peninsula, but there ain't nothing going on in the Key when the keg is frozen shut. All right, thanks a lot, Bemos, for giving me a few minutes up here. Thank you.